Hey people, let's look over this. If you don't know it, haven't seen it, haven't read it. Nuremberg Code 1947, Permissible Medical Experiments. Great weight of the evidence before us to effect the certain types of medical experiments on human beings, when kept within reasonably well-defined bounds, conform to the ethics of the medical profession generally. The protagonists of the practice of human experimentation justify their views on the basis that such experiments yield results for the good of society, that they are unprocurable by other methods or means of study. All agree, however, that certain basic principles must be observed in order to satisfy moral, ethical, and legal concepts. Why is it not doing it? Damn it. It's not doing it. It won't let me highlight. The voluntary consent of the human subject is absolutely essential. Let me read that again. The voluntary consent of the human subject is absolutely essential. This means that the person involved should have legal capacity to give consent, should be so situated as to be able to exercise free power of choice without the intervention of any element of force, fraud, deceit, duress, overreaching, or other ulterior form of constraint or coercion, and should have sufficient knowledge and comprehension of the elements of the subject matter involved as to enable him to make an understanding and enlightened decision. This latter element requires that before the acceptance of an affirmative decision by the experimental subject, there should be made known to him the nature, duration, and purpose of the experiment, the method and means by which it is to be conducted, all inconveniences and hazards reasonably to be expected, and the effects upon his health or person which may possibly come from his participation in the experiment. What, none of this shit applies anymore? Or does it only apply when it suits? Do you know what I mean? What happened to all of this? What happened to all of this? British Medical Journal. Introduction. This is in 96. The judgment by the War Crimes Tribunal at Nuremberg laid down 10 standards to which physicians must conform when carrying out experiments on human subjects in a new code that is now accepted worldwide. This judgment established a new standard of ethical medical behavior for the post-World War II human rights era. Amongst other requirements, this document enunciates the requirement of voluntary informed consent of the human subject. The principle of voluntary informed consent protects the right of the individual to control his own body. This code also recognizes that the risk must be weighed against the expected benefit and that unnecessary pain and suffering must be avoided. This code recognizes that medics should avoid actions that injure human patients. The principles established by this code for medical practice now have been extended into general codes of medical ethics. I would read you the title to this, but I mean, this is it's a legal document, not a legal document, but it's out there. British Medical Journal. Let me show you. 1,000 lawyers and 10,000 doctors have filed a lawsuit for violations of the Nuremberg Code. We'll put it up and see what happens. I don't know, people. It seems that the rules and regs that were laid down for everybody a while ago, laws that protect people, just don't seem to count anymore for much. You know what I mean? But anyway, catch you later, folks. Oh, by the way, thanks to the person that dropped this by. I mean, I don't know if people want to be known or don't want to be known or whatever. You know what I mean? So I don't put it out there unless somebody states to put it out there. Have a good one.